YouTube, what's going on? Racing Chemical here. Welcome to a new series, my first on the channel of F1 2020 My Team. Of course, this is extremely late because I participate in a regular league that has taken my priority in this game, but we're getting prepared for F1 2021 My Team, so I wanted to go ahead and get this kind of through. I'm just going to make the race schedule based off of the current league that I'm in. So here we have our driver. We're going to keep this all the same. There's really no reason to change anything. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe. I will be obviously playing F1 2021 as soon as that drops. I also will be playing GT Sport as well as some other racing games. Some of them may be throwbacks and whatnot. And I'll also be talking about the Formula One 2021 season as well. So team details, I've been kind of thinking about what to name my team. Obviously the channel name Racing Chemical, I'm probably gonna play up something with that as well. And Chemical Racing would kind of make more sense. Racing Chemical doesn't sound like a very good team name, so I'll probably just stick to the channel name. I'm sure we'll probably change it at some point as I maybe change directions and just kind of want to do something new, but we're going to keep things very simple for the very beginning here of this My Team series, and we're going to do just Racing Chemical, same as the channel name. And like I said, I would have hopped on this a lot sooner, but the leagues I participate in pretty much take priority, so I really haven't even had a chance to play My Team at all. So we're going to be choosing our sponsors here. Now, of course, I am playing this on a PS4, not PC, as I'm currently in the process of building a new one. So as far as these sponsors are concerned, so we're going to go ahead and do that. I feel like we can finish and will finish in the points, but we'll play it safe for the first season. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get through 2 seasons here before F1 2021 My Team drops, but for the sake of just getting into this, we'll keep that goal pretty simple. And now for power units. Now, I want to maybe stick with Honda. We're going to stick with Honda here, and then we will look at a teammate, which I've put some consideration into this, and we'll see who's available and who we're going to go after. I've also thought about drivers that other YouTubers or other people playing this game have done in their My Teams career modes. I wanted to obviously be different. I know a lot of people pick Mick Schumacher, and I would rather not go that same route, even though I love Mick and I hope he continues to improve in the real F1 season. So we'll try to go a different route based off of who is available. And as soon as Scott just stops talking, we can get into that. I've decided as well, because I do a lot with YouTube, not just this channel but other channels as well, I'm not going to be doing too much editing for my videos. It's a lot easier just to kind of record everything in real time, and if there's certain parts that are extremely boring or nothing is really happening, I may edit those parts, but I won't be like some YouTubers who do heavy editing on their videos. It'll be much easier just to kind of keep everything relatively simple. I like Jack Aiken a lot, honestly. I think he's been kind of coming into his own. I'm really looking forward to when he'll get a full-time drive at the F1 level. So Nobuharu Matsushita, I also thought about him as well, but I think we may go with Jack Aiken. I like what he has shown so far, and I think he'll be a good teammate to be paired up with for our first season here. Because F1 2021 is right around the corner, our season this year is going to be shorter. We're only going to be having 10 rounds. You see where our car currently is as far as R&D is concerned. We are supposedly better than Haas, Alfa Romeo, and Williams. So what perks will we like to purchase? Engine wear will be reduced to 10. Driver acclaim will be, I would like better durability, so we'll focus on power mapping. Reduce the engine wear, that'd probably be nice for us. Jack Aiken, 279 days on his contract, so we'll see. We'll see how that obviously plays out for us. And here are our finances, as we can see, and we're pretty much good on everything else. And here we go. There it is, looking as plain as ever because we have no sponsors. Essentially, I do like the color scheme, I honestly do. I'm not sure how long, like I said, we'll keep this, especially if we make it out of season 1, but I would like to make some changes down the line. But I like doing things different. Like I said, I like having a different looking car, helmet, everything. I like standing out from what it seems the competition or others are doing. So I don't think there's really anything else to do here. We do have a little bit of money. We have some more resource points. So actually, let's go. We still have about, it's going to be delivery Monday 16th, March 16th, excuse me, for that gearbox development. So we'll go ahead and fast forward. See our weekly resources spent. And here we go. It is race weekend. Like I said, nothing else will be updated as far as R&D is concerned. And of course, we have no money to upgrade anything else as far as these facilities are concerned as of yet. Insufficient funds, and we have quite a way to go before we are eventually able to make any major upgrades. So we'll just have to kind of bide our time here. And I won't spend any more resource points yet, just because if that first development does fail, I'm gonna probably want to do it again, because I really want to focus on durability. We have aero kind of set where I want it to, but durability is going to be extremely important as we progress through this season, and we will eventually change our team logo as well. Like I said, this first season is kind of just going to be getting our feet wet and just seeing how well we can do, you know, getting through everything. That will be the goal. So we'll see how we do. I'm probably going to fail. I should have dropped that, but it's okay. It's the first race. Should drop that and then switch. It's just to get the maximum resource points, but this will be worth the test. We'll see how it goes. Weather forecast looking pretty good as well. Rivalries, we have none yet. We will eventually get one. R&D, I don't think we'll have the update of that yet. Everything else looks to be pretty good. So here's our work facility. Got the nice green and blue. Actually looks kind of nice, to be honest. The top part with the green and the bottom part blue. It actually might look better the other way around, but we'll deal with it. Actually, the green with the chemical racing concept actually makes more sense. So, yeah, this is actually pretty okay. All right, guys, we are back here with short qualifying 18-minute session because this is how I have to do qualifying for my league. Like I said, I will try to upload at least round 2 of that, hopefully, if I can in time. First out lap in, and then see where we end up qualifying, which is probably going to be bad. And I don't expect to get into the top 15 at all. I really don't. Not with the way the car feels currently. So we'll see what we can do. All right, guys, so we had a sad qualifying. So sad. The fact that we're starting very last on the grid, and Jack Aitken is starting only 1 spot ahead of us. So it is not looking good for the Chemical Racing Formula One team, but it's the first round of the season. I hope that at least by halfway through, we'll be able to get closer towards the points. Like I said, the car doesn't feel good at all right now, so I'm not sure what is going to happen in this first race here in Australia. I'm going to do my best just to make sure we finish, run a good strat, and hope that, yeah, we don't actually finish in last place. Apologize, for whatever reason, my game audio started to really just make these weird sounds as I was recording. So I will take you guys through the grid. Starting on pole will be Lewis Hamilton. Next to him will be Valtteri Bottas. For Mercedes, a 1-2. Third will be Max Verstappen in the Red Bull, followed by Sebastian Vettel in the Ferrari for P4. P5, P6, respectively, to Charles Leclerc and Lance Stroll. 7th and 8th for Albon and Sainz. Sergio Perez is 9th. Ricciardo 10th. Lando Norris 11th, Esteban Ocon 12th, Daniel Kvyat 13th, Magnussen 14th, Grosjean 15th, Raikkonen 16th, Gasly, Giovinazzi 17-18, the 2 Williams 19-20, and me and Jack Aitken finishing out the grid. Well, here we are. Like I said, we did not qualify well at all. The car still doesn't feel great, so we're going to adjust. So what we're going to do, we're going to run about 29.6 laps of fuel, try to keep the car as light as possible. Ideally, what I would want to do is start off on the hards. But because I already feel like we do not have the pace to keep up with the cars in front of us, I feel like we're going to have to start on the mediums. Normally I'd start off on the hards and just try to extend that first stint and see how many positions we can make up in that time. But obviously, like I said, with the lack of performance and the fact that I just don't feel good with the car right now, we need to try to put things on our side to the best of our ability. So we're going to start off in the mediums for 13 to 14, give or take, and then we will finish our stint on the hards. Unfortunately, that's all I really can do. And like I said, I'm not feeling too confident going to this first race. We can finally adjust our setups, like I said, because the car just feels so unstable to me. I feel like there's so much understeer on corner entry. We're gonna bump that bump front end ring front and rear wings to 7. Should give me hopefully a little bit of a better performance stability. Everything else is pretty much I made it, like I said, an adjustment to the brake bias as well as the differentials for on and off, but that's really about it. Other than that, I just think it's just a lack of obviously car performance right now, and I need as much help as I can get. So let's go ahead and go to the grid and get our formation lap going here. I will be racing in cockpit cam as well, just an FYI. TV pod, I mean, I like it sometimes depending on the race, whether it's multiplayer, AI, I mean, it all fluctuates. Sometimes I just like to actually race in cockpit view. It does help me sometimes, I feel. All right, here we go. 5 red lights. And we are underway here in Melbourne for round 1 of the season. At the best of starts, which we will adjust to. We're gonna try to go for a late dive bomb down here, see if we can make up a couple of positions. And all we ended up doing was getting past. All we ended up doing was just getting past our teammates, so not much. Whoa, late braking there. We're gonna try to make this stick. Like I said, we are running on the mediums. We have a very slow car, so we have to do as much as we can to try to make up for that. I usually do fuel save pretty diligently, but because I feel like our car is still so underwhelming, I'm just gonna run my race and just focus on making sure I don't make any mistakes, because that is going to hurt me more than not fuel saving. And I usually never run out of fuel. I still lift and coast quite a bit, especially if I can. So fuel saving is not something I usually worry about. But yeah, we're just gonna run our race. We'll stay in mix 2 for the time being, so like as I can just focus on making sure that I'm hitting my apexes properly, and that I'm not sending the car into the wall, or I'm not allowing the rear end to kick out too much and do anything crazy that will end up ruining our race. I mean, we already know the car is only gonna be so great. I just feel like the brakes do not work well. I feel like of course, running a higher downforce package, not too high, but still higher than I usually run. Oh, we have cars going everywhere, no overtaking, and I believe that was Carlos Sainz. We end up losing a space. I slowed down because Giovinazzi ends up taking advantage of that situation, didn't want to overtake in the yellow, so I just let off the throttle just a tad bit, and Giovinazzi takes advantage of that situation, gets past Pierre to put himself into 16th position, which, like I said, that really should have been ours for the taking. Saw everybody slowing down, but wasn't going to try to overtake anybody. And he actually has 5 seconds. All right, so never mind. Giovinazzi does pay for that. I was going to say, it was so lap 7, going into lap 8, we are out of DRS range of Pierre Gasly. We're going to use overtake to try to close that gap, but I don't think we're going to be able to do it right here. Cutting these kind of deep, but we got to close this gap best of our ability. We have pulled away from everybody behind us, so at least we know we can focus on this trio up here. It kind of feels like we're in our own little land here with Gasly, Giovinazzi, and then Grosjean in the Haas. We have a yellow, and I believe that was Jack Aitken that looked like he got slowed up back there. And Jack Aitken is out of the session. That is not good. Our teammate Jack Aitken, mechanical failure, I'm assuming, will got a little wide and got some dirt, and that is exactly what I did not want to happen. And all that progress we made undone that quickly. That quickly. Not only was our teammate out, we run too deep. So unfortunately, I kind of feel like our race is over. There's probably not going to be much else after this, but I will bring you guys back if there are any major updates as we progress through. But it's going to be a slow, painful, and a lonely race. So we are on lap 10, and man, this car is essentially gone. I'm pretty much sliding on ice every corner, entry and exit, and I can barely even get down on the throttle to accelerate at all like I need to. So there we go, into the wall we go. Jesus. So guys, huge safety cards incident. We got into a tanglement with Stroll as a back marker. Stroll ended up getting into the rear end of us, setting us into the wall, and we caused a full course safety car, and we of course got awarded the 5-second penalty for the collision with Stroll. Lance Stroll is also in the pit with us. He also has damage. Daniel Ricciardo just left, so we're effectively a lap down. I thought we unlapped ourselves, but we did not. So yeah, our race is actually effectively over now. Like I said, I thought we unlapped ourselves, and we did not. So that's pretty disappointing. And with that being said, guys, our race is effectively over. We ended up finishing last, which was 20th, because Carlos Sainz and our teammate Jack Aitken did not finish this race. So very, very disappointing first race of the season. In fact, I can't recall the last time I had such a bad race in this game like that. Granted, playing my team is completely different than playing multiplayer or anything else, but still, this is a pretty poor performance that I should have taken more seriously. Valtteri Bottas ended up getting the win. Lewis Hamilton, his teammate, finished in second, and then Max Verstappen to finish the podium. Well, that race was absolutely abysmal. It was effectively over for us at around lap 9 or 10 when we lost the rear and ended up facing the opposite direction. Our teammate ended up retiring, I think, a couple of laps before that. So a terrible, terrible round 1 for the Chemical Racing team here. Not how I wanted things to go at all. Like I said, I was hoping we were going to finish the race, and we did, but we finished, at least 2 laps behind. It was pretty bad. We got some penalties, just some nonsense penalties for blue flags, supposedly. So yeah, we ended up being down effectively, I think, 1 lap. Well, for sure we were down 1 lap, maybe 2. No, just 1. Felt like it was 2 laps. But yeah, bad round 1 here for the Chemical Racing team. We could have finished somewhere up here. We were pretty much with Gasly. We were with Grosjean. We certainly could have finished up here. No points, of course, but still, would have been better than where we did. But like I said, our teammate also finished, did not actually finish. And like I said, we came in last place, almost 2 laps down. So not a good first round. Again, that is my fault for not really getting the car to the best, the best feel that I needed it at. I didn't take practice seriously, and obviously that hurt us here in round 1 at Australia. I'm not sure where round 2 is. We'll see. But like I said, a really disappointing. Jack not finishing. I mean, that hurts, but it is what it is. I was hoping I was going to be able to make up for that in some way, shape, or form, and I unfortunately was not. It was really like we had a double DNF. And yeah, not a good round 1 at all. We'll see where round 2 is, and hopefully, like I said, we'll be able to bounce back. I'm going to definitely take practice seriously, make sure I get the car to the best feel that I can, where I feel like I can actually compete, and I'm not going to be losing the rear end, and not going to be having so much understeer on corner entry, and everything else that we experienced here in Australia. So we'll see what we can improve as far as that is concerned for the Bahrain Grand Prix, which I should do better at. I'm a little bit better at Bahrain than I am in Australia. Australia is hit or miss for me depending on my setup, and like I said, I'm playing back on a pad, so adjusting from wheel back to pad certainly doesn't help. So it's a lot of things going on, but like I said, I wanted to at least get 1 season done before F1 2021 comes out. I will be taking that much more seriously. We'll see what we can do. I apologize for the absolutely awful first race here, and like I said, round 1. We'll see if we can bounce back for Bahrain, and we'll take it from there. Appreciate you guys' love and support, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.